All right, welcome back everybody to the R44 YouTube channel today. It is a full install guide into the MHC front ducts for the G87 M2. So you can see here, there's two ducts. They're a really cool product because they've been thought about a lot more than the BMW M Performance ones, in the fact that the BMW M Performance, the original instruction manual, you cut the original plastic piece, you then stick the carbon cover in that doesn't include this beautiful parking sensor housing. And there's a few different things that these have been engineered to actually be a step up on an M Performance, as well as being a better product overall visually. So they fit in just like so. They've got this beautiful kind of fin that comes diagonally across. They go in like that, and then they go up to the front face. So about 2 mil behind this edge here, the carbon piece will be in there. But let's just get straight into it. Hopefully you've already got some and you're looking how to install them, or you're looking to buy them. The main thing is they are a direct replacement. We need to remove the bumper. We'll remove this gloss black piece. We'll take the parking sensor out. We'll install it into here. We'll then put these in. Fixing's a little bit hard, but I'm going to show you some tricks and tips, and then we're going to show you everything you need to know in detail on what you need to remove to get the bumper off the car. So going into the arch, so take your wheel off. It's highly advised, just get your wheel off. It'd be a lot quicker. Screws, there's one there. They're all 10 mil sockets. So one here, one there, one there, one there. So it's 4 in total, I recommend. Pull this back. There's 2 8 mil bolts that go up between the front bumper and the fender. So that's that. Both sides do that. Underneath the car, there are some push fixings that look a little bit something like this. Let me see if I can get one out. Oh, can't get that bit out. But there's some push fixings you'll see when we go into the underside of the car, and 10 mil bolts as well. Take them all out. Then at the top, we'll show you there are some Torx fixings along the top. Remove those, and your bumper will come off. Make sure you're careful. There's 2 connections on this side and 1 connection on the other side. One is the parking sensor, the other one is the loom that goes around and does your parking parking camera and things like that along the front. But more importantly, let's show you guys how to do it. Let's get the bumper off. More detail is inside the ducts. All right, so we're now with the car, with the bumper off the car. It's now time to take the skeleton off and all the wiring looms. So you can get a metal trim tool or a plastic one, unclip this parking sensor, go through, pop these fixings, these kind of clips off. We'll go here and just pull these off. What you're gonna try and do is loosen off the loom. This one you can just wiggle it back down, I believe. There you go. Put that all off to one side. You then have some clips along here. There's also some push fixings, so just pull them out. The best thing is do them off the car so you see exact ones that you need to remove, because the ones on this metal, the gloss black middle section don't need to come off. Then just go around, unclip it from here. There's also actually, tell a lie, there's an 8 mil socket there, so let me just grab my gun. Just remove those. So one side here, and that will release this trim, which will keep going. There's like little push pieces that you push in here to allow it to clip in towards the bumper. Pull those out, unclip it. It's quite a tricky one. You have to pull it through first, work it out like so. Ooh. Like that. And then we'll be good. Put that in there just to start pulling this out. You need your trim tool a few times just to prevent any wear on the bumper. But clip that out, then look through here, there's another clip to pull out, and that's it. So we're gonna do that now. Let me just get around, unclip all of these nicely. Take your time, do them, make sure the clips don't break, and then we'll catch you back when the skeleton's off. So there are 3 steps that we need to do right now. First, get some alcohol or like a prep surface prep and clean the inside of the bumper. So this is the area pretty much inside the front face of that duct you need to clean. So clean the surface because there is some 3M adhesive tape around the sides here. You can see here there's some buckles. These buckles here are going to be utilized with these pre-supplied zip ties. So they're going to cut through there and they're going to clip around. We'll go into a bit more detail, but first let's do the parking sensor. So parking sensor, there's 2 clips, pull them back, pop out the parking sensor. Remember, look, the plug is on this side, so we're going to replace it like for like. Pop that aside. This is, you got to take your time here, right? There's an annoying rubber like gasket of such around the parking sensor, and they can easily touch the outside of the parking sensor hole and it can push. So you can lube it up maybe. So just a bit of pre-cleaner, pop it there, and then just start pushing in and just see as you work it in, you will see, you can see it will get in. You can see, Dylan, I don't know if it pinches a little bit of the rubber there. So you just want to work it in and out so it doesn't pinch the rubber at all. It's a bit of a slow process. Once you get it, it's perfect. So that's it. So see there now, pretty much got it bang on. Let's clean off that cleaner. There you go. So that's it. Wouldn't push too much. Also, you see on the back side, you don't need to ensure it's like fully clipped in, because as long the focus is on the parking sensor itself, make sure it's a beautiful flat surface. That's where I focus all my time. Make sure the rubber grommet's not pulled back or anything. It's not protruding out, and that is fine. You can feel it's pretty solid. You change that, nothing's changing on the front. So that should be good. So that's step 1. Then you go over to the car and let's take care of step 2. But first, we're going to remove, actually, I'm going to do the classic. I'm going to pull back. So pull back every about 1.5 inches, 2 inches. Pull that back like that. Do the same here. So I was going to do a little bit further, so do about 3 inches on that one because they're a bit deeper in the car. And let's go over to the bumper. Cool, so we're going to slide it in. You can start seeing the 3M. I've actually removed the 3M on this side. It's okay, it's a hard practice. Sometimes use 2 hands. You want to feel the back side. So Aldridge, if you grab that side of the bumper, what we're going to do is going to turn it over and show everybody. So we're going to turn it over. So on this edge here, you want this to be flush in this edge, and you want to focus on this edge here. You want it to be flush with the front all the way along. Right. So once you're happy with that, turn it back round. I just feel, you can obviously feel when it's not flush and it's protruding the bumper. So our focus point, I always try and focus on one area at a time. So let's get the bottom perfect. So we're going to pull off this 3M tape, put it aside. We're now going to make sure it's flush. We're going to push the bumper up against the duct. It's going to tack it in place. We're then going to pull the top side off. Again, feel on the back side, on the front of the bumper, make sure it's flush. You can push down this part of the bumper to make it perfect. And now that's good. And you'll see that as you do, I always pick a couple reference points. So I started at the bottom, then I went to this side and this side. This side will automatically be perfect. If not, just move it around. I've just pulled this side off. I'm now going to push the bumper down a little bit, get that fitment perfect. You can also have a friend on the other side. You can move the bumper up and down. So for example, now I haven't seen it. Let's have a little look. Aldridge, you hold the bumper. So you have a look. It's pretty good. It's flush in each corner. There's a little bit of foam. Just use either, a nail or a pick just to push it back. The foam's there to make it a nice abutment, but the main thing is you're nice and flush all the way along here, flush in the corners. It's pretty perfect. So now, let's flip it back round. Now going to your cable ties. So you've got 3 cable ties. Top tip, we're going to be feeding these through loops. So just get the cable tie about 2 inches back, push it like that, and now it gets a bit of an edge on it. Flip the collars. One thing that you should maybe do before is these little collars need to be flipped up. Get a little flathead, because what you don't, I recommend doing that before, obviously the professional hasn't, but push those back. There you go, like so. That's that flipped. You can see that, Dylan? We're just flipping that back up. So you can get to it. This side again, the same. So these are the positions you want to have them in. Dylan, if you get in there, have a little look. So you've got inside there. So we'll start with this one over here. We're not going to tighten them until we're 100% happy. So you feed through, go around the clip, through here. The reason this isn't the most state-of-the-art fixing detail, but the reason that it's been done like this is because you're fitting the duct from the from the front of the bumper rather than the back. If it was on the back like the original, just push in, same like the G80, but it's not possible. So you can't put a clip on here and then it to pass by the clips. It just doesn't work like that. So this is the best way. So a bit of a de-sifter, you get the fitment perfect, gives you a bit of time to fix things. Again, so we've got one fixed. Again, do that, feed that through, work that up around the clip. You can use your cable ties to your advantage. Look how they're positioned. We'll get some zoom ins of how I've done mine so they can really lock on. Again, bend it, feed it back and around. So now we've got 3. Again, I haven't tightened these. Do not tighten them. Check twice and then tighten. So let's have a little look at them. So feel all the way around the edge, 100% happy. This side in, I want to bring it in just a little bit. So I'm going to push it in and then I'm going to tighten it. Let's do that. That's it. Yeah, that's perfect. That's in. Tighten that. Don't over tighten them, but you want to tighten them enough so they're locked in. But you can see I've locked that in. She won't come across. Again, that's the same. That's the same. And then olds, if we get some cutters quickly, and we'll cut off these edges, you're pretty much done. You're then going to put the skeleton back in, put your parking sensor in, and reassemble the bumper. And then we're going to show you. You can just have a push down, but wouldn't worry too much. The 3M tape is designed because the way the duct's angled and the bumper's angled is a bit like that. So the 3M tape's only hitting here and a bit like that. When you push it down, it's not going to fully do it. Get some cutters, cut off the excess, and you're way to go. So that's it. Make sure if you're buying ducts in the state of the MHC, make sure they have all the MHC sign off. So full QC sign off and the MHC plus sticker that will give you the 3-year warranty for your product and the fitment guarantee, because these are reviewed. We check the dimensions. We make sure everything is correct so they fit every time. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get assembling and we'll go from there.